In recent years, South Korea has steadily become one of the most advanced players in the global defense industry, not just as a buyer but as a builder of cutting-edge military technologies. And in 2026, it seems they've taken a major leap forward with the unveiling of their next-generation missile launcher system. This new system isn't just a technological upgrade, it's a strategic message to the world. Especially considering the volatile situation on the Korean Peninsula and the growing influence of China in the region. But before we break down this new missile launcher, its capabilities, range, design, and potential global implications, don't worry, we're also bringing you a quick segment at the end of this video covering the latest car update, something fresh out of South Korea's auto industry. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Now, let's get into the real story. In April 2026, South Korea's Agency for Defense Development, or ADD, in collaboration with Hanwha Aerospace, publicly demonstrated a new mobile missile launcher system currently being tested by the Republic of Korea Army. The design is compact, modern, and meant for quick mobility across a variety of terrains from mountains to coastal areas. The name of the system. It's being referred to as the KMML-26, short for Korean Mobile Missile Launcher 2026 edition. But what sets this system apart? First, mobility. Traditional missile systems in Korea's arsenal were either too bulky, requiring hours to deploy, or static, making them easy targets. The KMML-26 is built on a 10x10 wheeled armored platform, giving it the ability to traverse rough terrain at surprising speeds. It can reportedly go from halted to firing mode in under 3 minutes. That's nearly half the time of its predecessors. Second, the payload. The KMML-26 is capable of firing both surface-to-surface and surface-to-air missiles. It's designed with modularity in mind. Depending on the mission profile, it can be equipped with Chunmoo-2 rockets, which are an upgraded version of the original K-239 Chunmoo. Hyunmoo-4 tactical ballistic missiles with a range exceeding 800 kilometers. And even vertical launched interceptors based on the KM Samkyong-gung-2 system for anti-air missions. In essence, this is a Swiss Army knife of missile systems. Let's talk guidance. The KMML-26 doesn't rely on older radar-only tracking. It's part of a broader networked system incorporating satellite targeting, ground-based radar, and even drone-assisted reconnaissance. That means it can receive targeting data from real-time battlefield drones like the RQ-101 Songolmi, South Korea's homegrown surveillance UAV. And what about its stealth? The launcher itself features a low-profile, radar-absorbing body. Although not fully stealth in the conventional aircraft sense, it does use angled armor and specialized coatings to reduce detection by enemy radar. Also impressive is the interoperability. The KMML-26 has been designed to function alongside US and NATO command structures. For example, the software used to coordinate strikes is built to sync with Link 16, a NATO standard data exchange system, meaning South Korea can coordinate missile launches with allied forces instantly. Now, one of the most interesting and worrying aspects of this development is what it means for the regional balance of power. Let's be honest. North Korea hasn't stopped its missile testing programs, and 2025 saw several provocative launches, some even crossing over Japan's economic zones. South Korea's response with this new launcher seems like a direct answer not just in capability but in doctrine. They're saying, we're not just going to defend. We're going to be mobile, flexible, and ready to strike if necessary. China, too, will certainly be watching. With the KMML-26's 800 plus km range, it could theoretically hit targets deep within Chinese air bases or coastal installations if ever deployed in a high-stakes conflict. Not that South Korea would want that. But the deterrent value is undeniable. It also plays into South Korea's ambitions to be a defense exporter. Already, countries like Poland, the UAE, and even Indonesia have purchased Korean-made weapons systems. With the KMML-26, South Korea is signaling that it's ready to be a global defense player not just in tanks and ships, but in precision missile systems. As we're on the subject of precision, let's talk targeting and warhead flexibility. Sources indicate that the KMML-26 is compatible with both high-explosive fragmentation warheads and bunker-busting penetrators. There are also unconfirmed reports that it could potentially be integrated with electromagnetic pulse, EMP, warheads non-nuclear, of course for use in disabling enemy communications. What about survivability? Well, here's where things get even more modern. The launcher vehicle is equipped with a hard-kill active protection system, believed to be derived from the K-2 Black Panther's APS tech. That means if incoming projectiles like anti-tank missiles are detected, the KMML-26 can literally shoot them down before they hit. It's the kind of feature usually reserved for tanks, but with drone swarms and loitering munitions on the rise, it makes perfect sense for missile launchers to start protecting themselves too. The KMML-26 is also part of a wider modernization initiative. South Korea's Ministry of National Defense has allocated over $10 billion for integrated battlefield systems, and this launcher is the backbone of that new doctrine: fast, networked, and lethal. Now, let's shift gears for a moment literally. Because if there's one industry in South Korea that's keeping up with its defense sector in terms of innovation, it's automotive. And we've got a fresh update for you from Hyundai's Genesis division. As of June 2026, Genesis has officially started road testing the all-new Genesis GV90, an all-electric luxury SUV aimed squarely at taking down Tesla's Model X and BMW's X. Think of it as the S-Class of FSUVs. It comes with a dual-motor setup pushing 580 horsepower, 0–100 km/h in 3.8 seconds, and a range of 540 km on a single charge. But the real tech lies inside. The GV90 is the first Korean vehicle to feature Level 4 autonomous driving in geo-fenced areas of Seoul. It uses a hybrid LiDAR plus camera system and connects via South Korea's 6G test network for real-time traffic adjustments. That means in approved zones, the GV90 can literally drive itself while you sit back and enjoy the 23-inch LED wraparound display. So how does this tie into military tech? Interestingly, Hyundai and Hanwha are sharing battery tech R&D under government contracts. The solid-state batteries being developed for the GV90 have a military twin being tested for use in autonomous armored vehicles and battlefield drones. It's a cycle of innovation. Tech developed for war finds its way into consumer cars, and vice versa. Back to our missile launcher, when you look at the KMML-26 and something like the Genesis GV90, you realize that South Korea is pushing toward a future where civilian and military tech evolve together. That's something not even the US or China does at this scale. It's a uniquely Korean model. To wrap this up, let's summarize what we're looking at. The KMML-26 is a mobile, multi-role missile launcher with rapid deployment capabilities. It's compatible with a wide variety of missile types, from tactical ballistic to anti-air. Networked with modern battlefield systems, drone surveillance, and satellite tracking. Protected by active defense systems and stealthy design features. And all this in a system that's potentially exportable, interoperable, and highly adaptable. Meanwhile, The same companies pushing forward these defense advances are also redefining the civilian car market with EVs, AI, and autonomous features that are already on the streets. So whether it's launching precision missiles or launching luxury EVs, South Korea is clearly playing the long game and winning. That's all for today's breakdown. If you want us to do a deep dive into the Hyunma 4 missile system itself, or get hands-on with the Genesis GV90 when it's publicly released, drop a comment below. And as always, if you enjoy this kind of content, military meets mobility, don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got more coming every week. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious. Would you like a version with visual cues or timestamps for editing and production?